Hello beautifuls and welcome to my channel. So in this video I will be doing a full set on a beautiful young lady. She's already washed her hands, so at this point I'm just analyzing her hands, making sure there's nothing abnormal, making sure that there's no cuts, open wounds, etc. so like that I can go ahead and get this video started. Alright, so first things first, I'm trimming down her nails, and then I'm going to go ahead and file the free edges. And now I'm pushing back her cuticles. She is prone to have a lot of cuticles on her nail bed, so I'm going to be doing my best to go ahead and make sure that all of it is pulled back, of course being very gentle. And I'm using a cuticle pusher. So as I stated, she is very prone to have a lot of cuticle, as you can see there. So what I'm going to do is grab a cuticle nipper, and I'm going to be cutting away most of it. And then I'll go ahead and just pass over it with a cuticle ball. And I did start off using an e-file. Medium grit is what's recommended because we want to go ahead and etch that nail plate for good adhesion. But she is extremely sensitive, so I did not want to make her uncomfortable, so I just grabbed this buffer as you see here. But she was very sensitive, so I had to switch over to this little buffer. And I did do my best to remove any dry skin that was left from that nail plate. So I believe I did a great job at that using a buffer. Buffer is not really recommended because, like I said, you do want to make sure that you etch that nail plate so that there's good adhesion. But in this case, I had to use this method. And of course, I did take my time making sure that her nail plate was free of any dry skin. So here you see the nail tips. I'm using some nail tips that I got from Amazon. I'm not really excited about them, but they seem to be my go-tos for now. So I did measure them up without recording that part. They do fit from sidewall to sidewall, and I'm using the KDS nail glue to adhere them onto her nail plate. And here I'm getting them trimmed down to the size that she prefers. She is a gamer, so she wanted them to be short. So yeah. And now I'm just using a file, and I'm going to just shape them up just a little bit, not spending too much time on them, because that we can do towards the end after the acrylic is applied. Now I'm able to grab my e-file, and I'm just making sure that the nail tip is blended into the natural nail plate, and just etching the top of the nail tip. And here I'm just dusting them off. And then I'm using a wipey with some swipe on it to dehydrate the nails and make sure that dust is off. And now I'm going in with the protein bond, and I am doing 2 coats on each nail. before applying the acrylic. So now it's time for the acrylic application, and here I'm going to go ahead and go in with the clear acrylic, and I'm going to be doing all nails but the ring finger. The ring finger, we're going to go ahead and do like a flat, I don't know if I should say flat, but it's like a 3D flower, and it's going to be kind of flat because we're going to encapsulate it, so we didn't want to have a thick nail as an outcome. So I did it as flat as possible, and but I am going to use the clear acrylic for the first layer on that ring nail. Okay, so here we're going to get started, and right here I'm just going to be marking my territory as far as where I'm going to put that flower. I don't know, it's just something that I do. So I'm going to end up doing 4 petals on each of the ring fingers, but I'm only going to be recording just one hand. Whatever I do on this hand is what I'm going to be doing to the other hand. So, and like I said, here I'm doing the first petal, and I'm going to be doing 4. At this point, I was becoming very distracted. She was cracking up a storm. I couldn't get her to sit still. She was laughing so hard that she just kept on shaking. And here, and I kept having to stop asking her, "Are you good? Are you good?" But she couldn't help herself. But you know what? We had a good time, and I still managed to get it to work. So that's all that really matters. So I'll be playing a short clip here in a bit of her with her laughing self.
Are you done? Can we continue here? Oh my, it dried.
It looks fine.
It looks fine.
So there you have it, guys. It was hilarious. So here I am continuing, trying my best to get it to work. And now that that is all complete, I'm going to go ahead and go with my gel paint, and doing a stem here, and doing some other finishing touches. And then I'm going to be, I believe I'm going to pass it twice, the stem part. She's curing it in between to make sure that it's nice and cured before I go ahead and redo a retouch up. And then I'm going to go ahead and use some clear gel, and I'm ended up mixing it with some pink glitter, and that's what I'm putting around the bottom stem area. And then after this, I am going to go ahead and encapsulate the nail. Now is the filing part. I'm going to go in with e-file. I'm using my safety bit, and I'm going to go ahead and go around those cuticles and just do some touch-ups on each nail. And then I'm going to go ahead and go in with the hand file, and go ahead and sharpen up those sidewalls and free edge. And then I'll go ahead and grab the buffer and give them a buff. Going in with the base coat, and after it was all done, I realized that I put a base coat on the ring finger, which was not needed, so I'm going to go ahead and wipe that off, as you saw there. And then she went ahead and got it cured. Alright, so here I'm going in with the color gel of her choice, and I'm going to be doing 2 layers, and in between those 2 layers she's going to go ahead and get them cured in the LED UV lamp. And now I'm going over the ring finger with the top coat. And now I'm going to top coat the rest of the nails. She gets them cured, and then we're all done. Alright, so that concludes another video. I want to thank you all for watching, and until next time, see ya!